want to talk about something that happened live on air last night, and that is a scary situation, okay? Live on air on Fox, a young lady passed out. I want to read a little bit of this article here because there's actually some controversy with this whole situation, okay? Due to a certain person's actions. Okay, so you can read here, scary moment, ex-Trump admin official Camryn Kinsey faints during live television interview. Former Trump administration official Camryn Kinsey fainted on live television when she railed against former President Joe Biden and Kamala Harris on Thursday night. Kinsey's frightening caught on camera moment happened during her appearance on Fox News at night as she talked with Jonathan Hunt, who was filling in for Trace Gallagher. The 24-year-old political commentator was sounding off on Biden's divisive interview on The View, where he blamed sexist Americans for Harris's 2024 election loss to President Trump. This is what they do, and well, this is some of her quotes and whatnot. And we'll get into the video clip here shortly. Kinsey, who served as an external relations director inside the presidential personnel office during Trump's first term, struggled with her words before she went silent. She took a quick breath before her eyes shut and she fell out of her chair. The television camera quickly cut to Hunt as a crew member rushed to Kinsey's side. Yeah, so that kind of described the situation there, and I want to get into this video clip and some of the controversy surrounding it, because Jonathan Hunt, oh boy, yeah, Jonathan Hunt, let's just say he definitely made the wrong move. Check it out.
I did not create a cocoon around him. I mean, you saw him in the Oval Office. You saw him making speeches. He wasn't hiding somewhere. I didn't have him, sequestered in some place. I mean, that's
ridiculous. She had.
Was that hurtful to you when they were describing you as Lady Macbeth and all of
Yes,
those?
it was very hurtful. It was very hurtful, especially from some of our so-called friends.
So let's talk about the Bidens and what they had to say in their first post-White House joint interview. Political commentator and former Trump White House official Camryn Kinsey is here, along with New York Post reporter Lydia Moynihan. Lydia, let me come to you first, as you're not in the studio with us. What did you make of the View appearance?
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously trying to get ahead of some of the bad press that's going to be coming with a pretty devastating tell-all book, and he's trying to revive his reputation that was left in tatters when he left office. He is not selling, his son is not selling many paintings, Biden is not making the kind of money I think that he hoped he would be making, and it's a difficult web that he really has to weave, though, because he's trying to sort of rewrite history when Americans overwhelmingly voted for a complete overhaul of the very policies that he was trying to implement. So he's also trying to not criticize Kamala Harris too much. And it's just a tricky scenario for him. And, it's really not befitting his office as well to be out there criticizing the current administration either.
And Camryn, talking of rewriting history, former President Biden talked about why he thought Kamala Harris lost the election. Let's listen to that. I'll get your reaction.
So why do you think the vice president lost, and were you surprised?
No. I wasn't surprised, not because I didn't think the vice president's the most qualified person to be president, and she is. She's qualified to be president of the United States of America. But I was surprised, I wasn't surprised because they went the route of the sexist route, the whole route. I mean, this is a woman.
So it was sexism. He also went on to say there was racism that lost it. Not a mention of policy.
Wait for it.
It wasn't sexism. There was actually no mention from the Trump campaign about her sex. The only messaging point that Trump had during his campaign was Kamala is for they, them, Trump is for you. That was actually referencing defending women, defending women's spaces, women's sports. So this is what they have to do. They have to rewrite history because they had a failed campaign. They had a failed presidency. They put her as the border czar. She never went to the border. So this is about incompetency. It's not about ideology, or it's not about
Oh my goodness. We're just going to get some help here for Camryn. Let me come back to Lydia while we get some help for Camryn here. Lydia, the President, we're going to go to a break right here. We'll be right back.
So, as you guys saw there, now you can see why Jonathan Hunt has received a bit of backlash. And if you watch the clip, you know, he didn't seem very far away from her. I want to put this back on the screen. Now, granted, there is like a point to the table, right? Like the table comes out to a point right here. So in order for him to hop up to help her, he'd have to step around this point that is jutting out at the end there. But to just sit there, nothing? Like, he could have caught her 1,000%. 1,000%. Definitely could have caught her. And that is the reason why he's received a bit of backlash, because of, one, not catching this woman who's clearly passing out. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but even before, like, she started mumbling and stumbling over her words, which was, to me, a clear indicator something's going on here. But before she even did that, like, she started like blinking a lot, or closing her eyes, or looking down, you know, before even that happened, right? I want to go back to that part of the clip. Where was that? So here.
The mention of policy.
Yeah, it wasn't sexism. There was actually no mention from
See, like, she's closing her eyes. What is going on
the
here?
Trump campaign about
closing her eyes, blinking
her
a lot,
sex. The only mention messaging point that Trump had during his campaign was Kamala is for they, them, Trump is for you. That was actually referencing defending women, defending women's spaces, women's sports. So this is what they have to do. They have to rewrite history.
And it's not just blinking. Like, she's like, I don't know, like, it's different than blinking. Like, blinking is quick, but like, she's holding them closed for like an extra second or two, you know? Like, that was weird in and of itself. And then when she started stumbling over her words, to me, that's when you know. Now, obviously, it's easy to Monday morning quarterback. Hindsight is always 20/20. But to not even make an attempt, I think is a little crazy. Like, he didn't even attempt to, like, hop up and make it look like he was gonna catch you. You know, like, hey, you know, even if he missed, like, all right, I get it. Stuff happens, right? I don't know. Am I tripping? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know if I'm tripping for that. But he has received some backlash online. I mean, this story is everywhere. I mean, literally everywhere. Everybody's talking about it because it literally happened live on air, right? Which is why they had to cut to commercial break. She actually has a large following on X. So if you guys want to go follow her, here is her account right here. If you want to go and check her out, she has over 200,000 followers. Wow, that's incredible. By the way, if you're not following me on X, definitely go and follow me on X. The link is down below in the description box, or you can just go on X and type in The Real Doc Rich. Okay, The Real Doc Rich, all one word. The Real Doc Rich. Okay, so you can go and follow me on X as well. But here's her account if you want to check that out. Yeah, Second Amendment, love it, absolutely love it, love it. But yeah, there it is. Okay, hopefully she is all right. I did see one post that said that she was up and walking around when paramedics arrived, but if you look at her account, she hasn't posted in 22 hours, which is a little concerning, just a little bit. But like I said, I hope she is okay. I did see one post that said she was up and moving around once paramedics arrived, but she has not said anything online. So hopefully soon she does, and we'll know that she is A-okay. But scary moment. What do you guys think about the Jonathan Hunt situation? Do you think he's terrible? I mean, do you think he should have attempted to catch her? Do you think he should have immediately cut the break? Do you think he was just nervous? He was obviously filling in for someone. Do you think that was just nerves? Like, he was just like, I don't, you know, because sometimes people are like a deer in headlights. That happens. Like I said before, it's easy to Monday morning quarterback. Hindsight is always 20/20. But for me, you got to at least attempt to catch her. You know, you got to attempt. Even if it's a half-ass attempt, you got to attempt. You got to hop up out of your chair or something, you know? But that's just my opinion on it. What's yours? Thanks for tuning in as always. Peace and love. I'm out.